Anyway, next question, brother Kyle Smith says, what is the fastest you've gone on a SkyBike? Personally, I didn't like riding those things, but in other words, I would take them up in the air occasionally for demonstration purposes or just to test it, but I'd never really tried surfing with them. You windsurf, you go with the wind or you go against the wind or whatever. Going with the wind, one of our guys did over 50 miles an hour. I know because I was racing him. He was on the SkyBike. Wasn't me. He loved the thing. He's younger than me. He was like 19. He just loved the thing. And he went all the way from one of our places to the other side of the county, which is about a distance of 30 miles. And he beat me. And I think I was averaging 50 miles an hour. So he was going 50. It was with the wind. So with the wind, you can go 50 miles an hour. And that's not even really perfected for speed at all. But against the wind, if there's no wind, you probably could go about 25 again. But these things could be improved even more to where you can go more speed. Right now they're just kind of primitive. Go ahead,
I've got a question for you. Someone brought up. I saw a question on the SkyBike come by one of the contacts. They wanted to know if it would qualify as a light aircraft. In other words, apparently there are different weight limits on whether it's considered a airplane you have to have a license, or whether it's considered a light aircraft where you don't have to have a license. It can be experimental.
Yeah, they're light enough that they could be made probably 30 pounds or 50 pounds. They
really?
Could be, if you use all the high tech, lightweight and everything. If you don't use the high tech, lightweight everything, then yeah, you got 100 pounds or 100. The ones we've done about 100 pounds probably.
Wow.
Yeah, if you do all the high tech, lightweight stuff like they use in bicycles and aircraft, high end bicycles, aircraft, and all this, then yeah, you could. They wouldn't weigh nothing, but all of them qualify as a lightweight aircraft. I'm sure. I would think. I misspoke here. Go ahead. I said Kyle Smith. That was sky's the limit. So sorry about that on that last comment or question. So go ahead, brother Martin.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating. I know that anytime we'd probably have a new type of vehicle that flew around, they're going to try to regulate it and license it. But again, we're going into a new time, so I think maybe we'll get rid of some of this government overhead and this bureaucracy that's seemingly we're let rule in our lives.
Oh, there are many countries that have told me, the highest levels that told me that these things could be used anywhere and nobody would have to need a license or anything. I'm sure, for example, here in the Philippines, I mean, you can dig a hole in the middle of the road and not even put up a sign, and you can kill people, kill 3 or 4 people, and nobody cares, So I'm sure you could drive a SkyBike anywhere you want. The worst case, somebody might shoot you down if it's government. The government might shoot you down, but the people wouldn't. The people are pretty good people here. But anyway, so yeah, there's plenty of places you can take your life in your own hand. Nobody cares. It's fine. Yeah. Anyway, next question.